What's the role of speaker stands? Okay, I don't think that's anything we've covered as of late. It comes from Sriloy Day in Starkville, Mississippi. Sriloy writes, "Hi Paul, my birthday gift to myself, don't you love it? I love birthday gifts to myself, is a pair of KEF LS50s. Everyone, including Stereophile, recommends a stand. Now, could you please explain what is the role of a good stand for a bookshelf speaker? And can I save some money and buy some Home Depot concrete blocks and attach some steel cones and use it as a stand? Thanks." Well, sure, absolutely. You certainly can do that. And if you decide to do it that way, and you can get away with the not so great looks of the Home Depot concrete blocks, make sure you get the kind that are mostly open. You've probably seen them. They look kind of like a figure eight, so they're pretty much thin-walled concrete blocks. I'm not sure in construction what they use them for, but you want to have as little there as possible in terms of structure for the best sound, which I'll explain in a minute. But yeah, there's no reason you have to have a fancy schmancy stand. Now, at our house, this is the very system that we have. This is Terry's system, which dominates our living room. As those of you that follow the show remember, I was in our home's like 2,400 square feet. It's not a huge home, and in the downstairs, I was allowed to put in my home theater, and Terry said, "Go for it." So we did, and we love it. It's a great home theater. But upstairs, for music, which we have playing all the time, it's Terry's choice. And Terry chose the LS50s and a nice turntable, a Sprout 100, and a Rel sub. Now, recently, we used to have them sitting on the bookshelf, or on the console, and that wasn't the best. Part of the reason is, if you can imagine, what can I use as a prop here? Well, I guess we'll use Sprout as a prop. Let's say that this is the speaker and it's pointing straight out at you. If this is sitting on a console, as the sound comes out, it's gonna use the console to distort its tonal balance, because just as setting a set of speakers up against the wall or near any large surface, the sound is going to be distorted. I don't mean distortion in terms of higher harmonic frequency distortion, but I mean in terms of tonal balance. If you put a speaker very near to a wall, the lower frequencies are going to be unnaturally amplified relative to if you had it out in the middle of the room. So where you place the speaker matters. That's why positioning matters. What you put it near matters. If you set it onto a bookshelf or a table, you're going to get an uneven frequency response, because when that speaker was designed, they certainly didn't have it on a bookshelf. They've got it out in a room on a stand to get rid of as many acoustic reflections as possible. And then they designed the speaker and hope that you honor that speaker by putting it into a fairly acoustically neutral space. And so if you notice, speaker stands are usually quite narrow. They're very thin piece of metal that sometimes curved, for fancy looks and all that. But what they aren't is a big block, right? Like a file cabinet. You don't want a block of something, because again, that's going to change the tonal balance of the speaker. So in our house, we bought actually the KEF speaker stands, and they look quite nice. Ours are white, and it looks quite nice on there. But that's a very narrow footprint, which is important. So if you're going to go the blocks, just make them as acoustically transparent as possible, and I think you'll be okay. But whatever you do, it's definitely better to have them on stands so that you reach the height that you want and at ear level, and get it away from any of the sound disturbing surfaces that are not particularly great for the way music sounds on your small bookshelf speakers? Okay, good question. Thank you. And I'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye.